Goodness me. No mobility today at all. It's like somebody poured concrete into my pelvis. The adductors literally feel like they're like steel beams, steel rods. They just don't want to give. The hip flexors are jacked. Everything's jacked. Thanks for coming, but you're not gonna squat today. I warmed up, I worked up, I even did pull-ups today or chin-ups today before everything because I thought, let's get some blood flow going. It's an earlier start today, so I started training at 7:30. Thinking, let's do some chin-ups, get the body temperature up, and then I'll do some hip mobility and get into it now. It's not happening. You have days like this. I think the earlier start really is really challenging for squatting particularly. Something about my adductors, hip flexors, it's almost like I sleep and they tighten up like crazy. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, damn man, like the first 5-6 steps to the toilet is like literally like I can feel the restrictions through my pelvis. So it makes it really hard for obviously loaded squatting. Squatting for me, man, like especially high bar ETG, it's kind of like, I've said this before, but it's not so much about the strength, it's about the balance, the positioning. When I feel like I can get into a good position, I'm strong. When I feel like I'm fighting my own body to get into that ATG position, I feel like I can't exert strength. It's like my body's fighting itself, so I leak all this power. And that was the case today, like I can't maintain a flat back and go into a deep squat. I don't have that passive hip flexion, passive hip internal rotation. So when I reach the hole, it's like, even with the empty bar on my back, it's like full tension. Like I have to fight to get into that position, and you're just leaking power at that point. But anyway, you come in, you warm up, you try, and I'm a firm believer after all these days, man, that you are better off doing this than not doing anything. What is more specific than actually squatting? What is more specific than playing a sport? It doesn't mean you play a full court freaking 5-on-5 scrimmage, but you still go out and you take some shots and you do some dribbling drills. You run around, a cone and you take some jump shots. I think that's by far a better thing than sitting on the couch doing what else, Because at least what I've done today is I've taken my joints through a full range, even though it's not the best position. I still loaded it as safely as I could, and I did the best I could, and then you go away. In the past, these types of days used to really piss me off. I used to get really frustrated. I used to kind of like look down and think to myself, okay, what is going on? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? But sometimes the quality of your sleep is not the greatest. That could impact it. You could be a little bit dehydrated overnight. There's bodily processes that you can't pinpoint all of that stuff. So some days you wake up and your fascia is locked up, your muscles are locked up, your joints are tired, locked up. It's just the way it is. And so as I've kind of gone on, I'll take these sessions as, okay, no worries. But I do remember vividly back in the day, like absolutely this type of stuff ruining my day. Like, I don't feel like I worked out, man. Like right now, I don't feel like I worked out. And it's not because I didn't try, it's because I can't. And in the past, what I used to do is I used to force myself. Okay, I wanted to do 5 sets of 10 at 100 kilos front squat. I didn't do that today. I didn't do that. I can't even hit 140 kilos for a single comfortably in a good feeling. I'm not going to be doing 100 for 5 sets of 10. So I kind of make myself these little mental barriers. You guys often ask me like, how do you work out what's going on for each session? Well, it's like, okay, if I come in today and I can't hit 80% of my 1 rep max, I'm not doing volume. Those types of things. In recent times, I've said to myself with the front squat, because I've got all this ongoing recovery struggle with the barbell rows, that's been a huge stimulus for me. I say to myself, okay, when I come in to squat, if I can't hit 140 kilos in the front squat, I'm not doing any volume. It's a really nice, neat mental checklist, because if you can't hit 140, that means your body's not feeling good for whatever reason. And that means it's time for resting. But if I come in and I can hit 160, 170, 180, if I hit 180 on the front squat, I haven't done that in a little while now, But if I hit that, I'm like, all right, we can go absolutely hardcore on the volume because my body is clearly capable of moving really well today. So it's kind of like people think of it as like a daily max, but it's like a daily vital sign check. You see what the patient is doing, in live mode. You see what's possible today, right now. Like, what is the pain score right now? What is the mobility score? What is the strength score? And then you base upon that. To sit back like 3 months ago and to be like, okay, on this day, Ivan's gonna feel like that. I think that's foolish. I don't know how people do that. It's like, it's impossible. Like, how do you know what you're gonna feel like tomorrow? So this is what I do. This is why I like the squat every day type of thing, because every single day I'd come in and I check my vital signs. I check what's going on, and then I do what I'm capable of today. I really think that is the best way for me. A lot of you guys might be like, oh, but there's a lot of variation, psychology, this and that, the other. Whatever the case might be, like, you can't discredit psychology. If you're not feeling up for it mentally, man, what makes you think you're gonna push through physically? 20 to 30% above what you're feeling. Just work with your body. Don't have the body as an enemy, but keep rocking up every single day, and eventually, even when you don't, when you can't, foresee it, like after a night shift, you might wake up and you're like, damn, I feel good. Let's do some volume. You take what you're given, man. That's all it is. Like, how many times have I watched the NBA, superstars in the NBA, like basketball players, going back freaking 20 years. All the best guys, they don't rock up and they're like, okay, today I'm gonna attack the left, pull up, fade away to the left. No, man. It's like you rock up and you see what the defense is giving you. How many times have you heard that? See what the defense is giving you. Okay, they can't stop everything, so they have to choose one aspect of my game that they want to stop. Okay, they're gonna stop the drive, so they're gonna take a few steps away from me. They're gonna allow me to shoot. I'm shooting. That's exactly what you do. If they come up and they really want to, get in your grill and prevent that shot, contest that shot, pump fake, go to the rim and dunk. That's how I think about squatting every day, man. It's like, okay, I've rocked up. What is the defense giving me? What is the body giving me today? Okay, you're feeling really great today. You hit 160, 170, 180 in the front squat. You can do the volume. But if I can't do the 160, 170, 180, that means we're not feeling great. Let's do something else. Let's maybe do some upper body. Let's do some, let's take another angle to this. That's how that's my background as a basketball player, and this is kind of what I've instilled into my lifting. There's no point trying to force a shot when you're being draped by two defenders. Like, what are you doing there, man? You're pulling up, like, contested, not just by one guy, but you're contested by two dudes, and you're trying to, like, what is the percentage of makes of that shot? It's not going to be good, man. It's not going to be good. You're sending your head through a brick wall. Work with your body, dude. Work with the defense. See what's going on, man. So today I've come in and I feel shit. My body's like, dude, we're not squatting today. Done. We're not squatting. Now, that's how I'm talking to myself, but clearly I've squatted. But I've squatted up to like freaking 60%, 50%, whatever the case might be. You work up to that and you back off. And through that, you develop a relationship with your body, and you kind of develop this love for the game, because nothing's forced. Everything is by feel. These are the mistakes I used to make in the past. They used to give me hip pain. My weakness is the hip. Always, raises that ugly head. But that's just a reminder that I have not listened to my body. That is literally how I look at it. Okay, I've been dogmatic. I've been, egoistic. I've been hard-headed, and I wanted to accomplish these arbitrary things in my workout, and now I got pain. Who are we kidding, man? Work with the body. See what the body wants and go from there. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.